caution. So we've run a couple of minutes, and now we've got another yellow, and again brought out by Tommy Joe Martins.
Guys, I know it's been a few months since we were at Talladega, a year obviously with the truck since we were here at Daytona. I forgot how nervous this makes me. I know these guys at any second are just a couple of inches away from winning this race throughout the event to make sure you know exactly what to do later.
That's Tommy Joe going right through the middle, right in front of Timmy Hill. What a fortunate break for Timmy Hill in the 49 truck that he was able to avoid.
Well, that's just 44. A great job of driving by Timmy Hill. He had reacted quickly, but not too quickly. Did he make your pit stop?
I would have wanted to be on pit road when the caution flag comes out. Look here, we're going to have an accident like we were talking about.
It's the 18 of Cody Coughlin, and the 23 collects Christopher Bell.
It happens all the time when you do that.
The big question is how much damage. Looks like some pretty significant damage to the 18 of Coughlin and the 23, obviously, of Spencer Gallagher.
Yeah, Coughlin looked like just ran into Gallagher and then caused a mess for Christopher Bell, who thought he was just free and clear on the pit road.
Michael, you made a great point. You said you got to get to pit road without getting run over, and that's quite the challenge when you're coming to pit road under green under these conditions and get down to speed.
Watch the yellow truck of right there. Cody Coughlin, he ran in the back of Spencer Gallagher, and that caused that mess. And you can see the 9 truck of Byron sliding his tires. He should have come on to pit road. That would have been a free pit stop for him. Now he's having to do it and lose all his track position. But you see, was there contact into the back of the 18?
Looked like Ben Rhodes maybe in the 41 truck ran in the back of Cody Coughlin. So Christopher Bell gets some damage there.
Now look at Sauter tiptoe through there.
Here's Cody Coughlin right along. Listen. I think there was definitely some contact from the back. Then he was along for the ride, got into the inside wall pretty hard.
But watch Sauter. This is an experienced veteran. He knows. Look how far to the left he is. That's where you want to be, except for a truck comes sliding by him on the inside. 2 trucks.
Unbelievable job by Johnny Sauter. What a veteran move by him. Then he had to avoid Suarez on the.
That caused a big crash. Look at Enfinger. Oh, there it is.
Enfinger around. Cameron Haley around. Ben Kennedy.
They got us for it.
Huge crash in turn 3 and Daytona with 8 to go.
I didn't see any way they could continue to run like that.
Look at Terrio, tore all to pieces back there. Fast truck.
Ben Kennedy involved, William Byron involved, Suarez, there's Chris Fontaine. Terrio with such a great truck.
What a great job that Ben Kennedy had been doing tonight. Found himself tore up. And look at Cameron Haley. He was the key to that inside line, run into the front, and now he's crashed.
Climb in under his own power. Watch it. Here's how it happened.
The 3 wide.
We knew 3 wide wasn't going to work, but it actually happened inside. It looked like the 17 of Peters might have gotten into the back end of the 13 of Cameron Haley.
And that was right beside Matt Crafton. He got, hard contact.
I thought maybe they had a chance to straighten it out, but then it just stacked everybody up so much. And then about 3 or 4 rows back, they started wrecking.
You can't see, Phil. You don't know that those guys have gone out of control up ahead of you. You got the gas wide open, driving straight into the crash.
There was a push from Timothy, turned Cameron Haley sideways out into the outside of John Hunter Nemechek. And again, there it looks like they're almost straight, but now we're 6 and 7 wide.
Look at Chris Bell slipping through.
Well, this is going to be one of those races where you might look back as the winner or the top 2 or 3 finishers and say, whew, we dodged a couple of those. And we talked about this earlier in the show tonight.
We've seen it all night. Watch Peters hit. You can see he wasn't right behind the 13 of Haley and knocked him into John Hunter Nemechek. Nemechek's able to continue, but behind them, what a mess.
Looked like it actually lifted the back end off of that 13 truck up off the ground.
Watch it from the onboard of the 88 of Matt Crafton.
It's 2 wide behind you. Nose to tail. Easy. 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide.
Look at
keep rolling, keep rolling. You good?
Yeah, I think Matt got the damage from the 86 of Brandon Brown.
Half. He's to him.
There's our forward onboard.
Keep coming low. Come on low. Keep coming outside. Coming. Coming. Caution's out. Come on, low. Come on.
I think he was going to be okay until Cole-Xtra bounced off the wall into him.
And just remember what we said. You're 6-8 rows back. You're still wide open while they're crashing. You can't see what's going on yet.
What a save by John Hunter Nemechek, though.
Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. Keep it behind you. One to go. One to go.
The white flag is out.
They're going to
Sauter
crash.
with a big run. They're crashing. Christopher Bell upside down. Coming to the checkered flag, but the yellow is out. And Johnny Sauter will win the season opener at Daytona, and Chevrolet will go to victory lane for the first time in the Daytona in the Truck Series.
That is awesome to see there,
guys.
guys.
Window net down, and Christopher Bell coming out. A lot of people breathing a sigh of relief right there. Christopher Bell, believe it or not, walked away from it, climbed out under his own power, walked away. Watch the ride taken in the 4 truck on the outside, second in line.
Peters gets bumped.
Looks like William Byron got jumped by the 86. Look at Timothy Peters on the inside as Christopher Bell tumbles down the front straightaway. Timothy all the way to the inside of the racetrack. Is, you know, a lot of new pavement down there, guys, and that makes such a huge difference. They don't get any grass. A lot of huge pavement scrubs off a lot of that speed.
I count 13 rolls for Christopher Bell. Watch it.
Well, Daniel Hemrick almost went underneath that 4 truck of Christopher Bell.
It's a testament to the safety of these racing vehicles that Christopher Bell can take that kind of ride and then drop the window net and climb out.
Very fortunate that these trucks are as safe as they are. Look at this truck just get out of control. Probably about the fastest part of this speedway field, right out of the tri-oval.
It just starts tumbling.
That young man with his dirt racing background, I'm sure he's had many barrel rolls in his career, but none like that.
And Michael, I know you've been upside down. I've been upside down like that. The flipping's not that bad, but it's the landing that hurts. And that thing landed about 6 or 8 times pretty hard.
What about Brandon Brown? He slides through there. Looks like he's going to be credited with a 4th place finish.
I think he might have got in the back of William Byron, and that's what got in the back of the 4 of Christopher Bell and turned him sideways.
Wow. But we saw, you know, experienced driver like Timothy Peters. Let's watch this view.
You coming to reckon, back it up, back it out, back it out, back it out.
Wow, he had to turn hard left to avoid the flipping Christopher Bell.
You're right, Phil. All that pavement down there gave those guys options.
Watch Timothy Peters second in line on the inside after the contact.
That looks a whole lot like the angle that Kyle Busch rode into that inside wall a year ago. But all that pavement and that wall has been relocated.
Problem down in turn 1. Had one spin and go around. It's the 59.
It's Corbin Forrester.
Didn't run at Daytona. Saw him quite a bit last season.
Yeah, they attempted to qualify for Daytona. Unfortunately, didn't make it. We had 43 trucks at Daytona last week for only 32 spots in the lineup.
Doesn't look like he hit anything.
Take a look at it. Coming down into turn 1. Whoa,
wow.
That's coming out of the pit lane. Yeah.
Oh, how fortunate he is. Not only him, but looked like maybe one of the BKR trucks that went by him. Maybe Reddick.
It looked like Tyler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Disastrous. Watch the truck coming off pit lane. And then the 29, looked like the 29 of Tyler Reddick coming around there. And, well, both those trucks very. Can he get around Matt Crafton?
And which way will Christopher Bell go?
Big crash. Heavy hit for Crafton. Caution is out. Suarez and Crafton both battling for the lead, and they are torn up.
Wow.
That was a big hit for Matt Crafton.
We saw Matt wiggle a little bit on that restart. Spun the tires, it looked like just a little bit. That allowed Suarez to jump up to the outside.
That was quite a hit.
Yeah.
You could see Matt.
He's certainly stunned right now. Good to see him moving around. A big hit for Suarez as well.
Good to see the window net down from Daniel Suarez. That is the sign that he's okay.
That hurts in so many ways. Dominate a race like Matt did. Have such a great truck that he knows he could have taken to the next track and won with. And now he's got the wind knocked out of him. He's hard into that outside wall. Truck tore all to pieces, and he's not going to win this race.
Truck right side of your screen. Is he going to make a little contact? He does with Suarez.
So Bell gets into the back end of his own teammate, Daniel Suarez, and that's what knocked Suarez into the 88 of Matt Crafton. Wow.
Yeah, that was a mistake that was made on pit road, followed by one on the track. And watch the job he does slipping through after causing that mess. He's able to get through. Spencer Gallagher hit the outside wall. John Hunter Nemechek slipped through as well.
Let's go on board with that 88 truck of Matt Crafton.
Well, this is going to hurt.
Outside 51, outside. You and him, half back to the floor on the bottom with you. Trying to pack some air. 51 still out there.
Take a look at it now on board of the 51 of Daniel Suarez.
This is going to hurt too, Phil.
Yeah, it sure is.
Still inside, still there. No room behind him, no room behind him.
Wow. Cole Custer just barely got by Suarez.
God, we got to be so thankful for the safer barrier over there. That was a big hit. Fortunately, it was into the safer
I'll have to watch
barrier.
your inside. Inside, just hold it up there.
Huge hit.
Just hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. You're clear down.
He couldn't hold it anywhere. Makes you wonder if there was some damage after scrubbing along that wall during that crash on the back that caused that tire to go. But he had a tire issue earlier.
Yeah, it only had about 12, 13 laps on that set of tires.
Wow, so good to see the window net come down. Boy, that's the second big hit in as many weeks for Christopher Bell. He had the big barrel roll down the front stretch at Daytona last week, and then just pounds the wall here today as that right front went down again. It's not going to happen as Bell has that right front go down, and watch this truck take off.
Absolutely nothing he could do about it. Just along for the ride, hard into that outside safer barrier.
We're so thankful for technology, the safer barrier, all the safety equipment that's inside that truck. We've seen guys, Phil, in our career hit the wall like that and they would never walk away. And now Christopher Bell is able to get out and wave at the crowd and head off to race again.
We started this race, but Matt Crafton knows what it takes to get to the end of these. Oh, Johnny Sauter with a problem.
Sauter into the wall, and
Cruising too, guys.
big. He was running second.
Good pop from up here.
Major development as Johnny Sauter running second, hard into the wall.
Rookie.
This is why we're yellow. The 21 of Johnny Sauter, that green truck.
Yeah, we saw the smoke before he got down to the turn. He was passing a lap truck. That was 74. Just nothing he could do about it.
Yeah.
He may have realized it too late, though.
And there's a lot of conversation I know going on between that 21 team and his GMS teammates. Why his tire blew.
That camera's made it over 90 laps, but we have a problem. Turn 4. Oh, no. Another GMS
Safety
truck.
workers get there.
Kaz Grala
Any way you can drive or back it off.
had just been speaking of the
Give it a
impressive
try. I hit pretty
performance.
good. Popped the right front, I think.
Got to be the same situation, don't you think, Michael?
And Johnny Sauter now says, okay, it isn't about me not being able to drive around this racetrack. We've got an issue. Something in the front of the truck isn't exactly set properly, and there's too much heat in that right front corner, and away goes the tire.
Kaz leaned on it at the exit there. Just that tire went down, deflated.
In his first career Truck Series event, he was running 12th at the time and was
Listen to him work that gas. Oh, Spencer Gallagher around.
That's going to bring out the yellow.
I think it's going to play right into.
Oh! Almost got the 63 of Spencer Boyd as Spencer Gallagher was trying to turn around.
What a huge break here for the 18 of Kyle Busch. 88 of Matt Crafton.
This could have played out much better, I don't think, Phil. These other guys are going to have over 100 laps on their tires.
Yeah, I think they have to stay out now, don't they? They can't put their last set on now.
Watch the 81 work on the 23 here. Gallagher was 8th at the time.
Wow.
Hello?
Yeah, Ryan Truex committed to the bottom of the racetrack, and Spencer Gallagher said, it's my position. You see, he pulled out a little bit late. Spencer may not even have realized it. He pulled out so late.
Laps left on it. There's a lot of things these crew chiefs are considering.
We've got a caution.
Now we got to figure it out.
Ooh, I knew this moment would come. And I'm not ready to make my decision yet.
I'm not either.
I think Kyle Busch and those guys stay out.
I think they stay out too, and hopefully get another 30 laps.
Yes.
And then another caution.
And I think the rest
have to come now.
So that's Parker Kligerman, and also the 11 of Ben Kennedy, I believe, was involved in that 7th and 8th place at the time. Take a look at it out the front of the 9 of William Byron.
Oh,
Parker was on the inside.
All clear.
oh, he just spun out Spencer Gallagher.
Oh, now he's going around.
Hold the brake.
Look at the job these guys do to avoid those two trucks. There's not that much room in between that 63 and the 23, and they all missed him.
Spencer hit Spencer.
They were running 4th and 5th at the time. Spencer Boyd in the 63, Spencer Gallagher in the 23.
Just runs into him.
Yeah, Spencer Boyd is up in the middle of the racetrack. The 63 ran into the 23 of Spencer Gallagher, and that slowed him down, and here comes the pack behind him.
Well, you think he was pretty jazzed up about being up inside the top 10? Said, I got to go, baby.
You heard Vince talking about him, and away he went.
Giving him a little TV love, and next thing you know.
Well, but really doing an outstanding job to this point, certainly. First ever start here in the Truck Series. No place for Tyler Reddick to go, as well as the 98 of Rico Abreu.
Well, Spencer Gallagher, he's had an eventful day. He's been around a couple of times and seen 2 of his teammates have problems.
This is what you get.
Look how much damage on the back of the 29 truck. Watch this bumper cam here. I call that still in play, wouldn't you?
I love that.
Yeah, Ben doesn't want to take a whole lot of time to get by these trucks.
The 44, that's Austin Wayne Self, and the 29 of Tyler Reddick.
Now we come. We got to come now, Michael.
I think so, too.
That's just the right amount of time, 50 laps here. Now that puts Ben Rhodes kind of in the driver's seat. He only has about 10 laps on his tires, and he will have track position over Kyle Busch and Matt Crafton. Let's take another look at it.
Just battling for space, but it certainly didn't appear, you know, Gallagher was far enough in there to try to swipe that spot. First little bump didn't knock him around, so
the third one pretty much did.
We just got to keep trying.
Yeah, a lot of contact for the 23 of Spencer Gallagher
Can't
today.
give up.
You got to give him the A for effort.
Yeah. William Byron to the inside of her now.
Ben Kennedy. Well, it's been a tough day for Kennedy.
Around here.
Brings out the caution again with 31 to go.
Kyle's got to stay out now. He's got a fast truck. Why stop?
Let's go ahead and start rolling up the air hoses. Put the tires back. We got to stay out.
Looks like Ben's going to get a little bit of help from Christopher Bell. Just ran in the back of him.
Ben does a great job of spinning that truck around and keeping going.
Going to be a huge break for Matt Crafton and Ben Rhodes. Right now they're currently running in the 11th and the 12th spots.
Well, Camping World 15 to go at Martinsville. Kyle Busch trying to hold on as Suarez gets way out of line. Look at him, 3 wide in the pack. Christopher Bell going around. The 00 of Cole Custer damaged.
I don't think you really had to say Camping World 15 to go. We could tell by the look of things. Those trucks were all over each other. Christopher Bell got turned, clipped Cole Custer.
Boy, it's been a tough go for Christopher Bell. And the big flip at Daytona, the hard contact at Atlanta.
Yeah, you can run these things without a scratch on your truck, and you get down inside of 20 laps to go, and something like this happens. We've seen it happen so many times. A lot of damage to that Haas Automation Chevy for Cole Custer.
He's had some tough luck as well. Custer 24th in an accident at Daytona, 17th at Atlanta.
They've thrown the red flag, so the track could be cleaned up. I mean, this whole wreck was started when they threw the green flag, basically. They started leaning on each other. Watch this action. Down in 3 and 4. They're 3 wide off the turn, and you can see there, Cole Custer just gets squeezed.
Look at Matt Kraft in there. He gets into Cole Custer. Cole gets way out. Suarez way outside, on the outside. And there's a 0-5 going to nudge the Ford in the in the left rear quarter panel, and turn him into the outside wall.
There's a whole lot of nudging going on in that.
Yeah. Maybe a little more than nudging.
Damp it up again. Keep coming there. They get one up out of the groove, couple out of the groove. Stay low, stand the bottom, fight the very bottom, go way low, way low, way low, way low, way low, way low, way low. Inside, keep coming. Hey, come on, come on. Outside clear.
Way low, way low, way low, high, 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 high.
How do you sort through all that running 100 miles an hour?
Cameron Haley right in the middle of that. The 13 truck gets by Ben Kennedy with an amazing job to avoid Cole Custer.
Ben Kennedy.
Trying to hold off Timothy Peters and Ben Rhodes. Haley almost spins. Rhodes does.
Yeah. Turn forward. Back of down.
A lot of trucks involved in that one, some suffering more damage than others. The 0-2 of Tyler Young, of course the 32 of Justin Haley we mentioned.
We talked earlier, Phil, you can block and you can get away with it, but you can also get turned. And when it gets down to 2 or 3 to go, 6, 8 to go, when you block, you put yourself in that position. We saw people get by with it. I think it's really hard to put blame on somebody pushing someone into the corner if they cut down in front of you.
Yeah, and I knew better. I was just about to say before we went back to that restart that Justin Haley's truck was one of the straightest bodies left on the racetrack, and look at it now.
That's such a shame. What a great job that team was doing, and
that's probably going to take us to overtime, I would guess.
I'm still getting the window net down. Glad to see they finally gotten that down. I'm not sure if Haley was having trouble getting it down.
Not anything much better in all of sports than NASCAR overtime, especially at a place like Martinsville Speedway.
They're going to stop the trucks over in turn 2, stretch it all around down through turn 1, and there's Justin Haley climbing out of his truck.
Yeah, but what an amazing run he had, as well as the 41 of Ben Rhodes, who got a victim of that situation as well. What an outstanding run he had today.
And like I said, at lap 242, it really might not matter what you've done so far, because we know how it's going to be in these closing laps. It's just short track racing. Weirdly quiet here.
Take a look at what happened. The 32 got a little bump from Timothy Peters, and that upset him, upset the truck. Got into Ben Kennedy a little bit and collected others. Suarez took a pretty good hit. Ooh, the 29 of Reddick. Tyler Young spun around.
Tyler had a great run going.
He pulls down, and I think Timothy was just committed to the corner.
Yeah.
And I don't think there was anything intentional there. I think he just was diving to the corner, and Haley's truck was going so much slower, they made contact.
Yeah, Timothy laid off him once he made that initial contact, but unfortunately, Justin couldn't maintain control of that truck and got into Ben Rhodes and turns him around.
Take a look at it from the 29 of Tyler Reddick.
Real tight in front of you, bumper to bumper. Break that curve here, just to 13 here. Take the bottom a little bit. Take the bottom, take the bottom. Jam it up a little bit. Rex, stay low, stay low. Come on, low, up on the curve, up on the curve, up on the curve, up on the curve, up on the curve. Come on, come on, come on. Keep coming, keep coming. Stop.
Once you get lower than the curb, there's not much.
No, there's a wall down there.
There's not much lower.
But that was the right call at the time to go, keep going low. There's that initial contact from Timothy Peters.
And you can see Haley bounces into Ben Rhodes, sends Ben spinning. And all those spotters yelling at their drivers to go low, go low, go low. That hole's going to close up.
Larson able to get through there without any contact. Here's